It's sad, but it's also kind of weird. Why? Because we're almost at the end. Next week is the finale. Hello everyone, Mega Man NG here, and I welcome you all to this week's Ace Attorney anime review. This week we'll be talking about episode 23, Farewell My Turnabout Third Trial. And like I said, only one episode left. Next week is the finale. And that's pretty much it from here. So here's the deal. I will be providing my thoughts on this episode, what I liked, disliked about it, etc. I did watch the episode hours ago, so if my memory's a bit fuzzy, I apologize. Continuing on from the events of last week, Man on Guard, this dirtbag that you see on the screen right here, has shown his true colors. And basically, he's put an ultimatum on Phoenix Wright. Either get Man on Guard not guilty, or Shelly DeKiller will do away with Maya Fey. Very difficult for Nick. And especially we learn of his intentions and how he used Shelly DeKiller to murder Juan Corrida. With Edgeworth's help, they're able to find more of the truth, but it also leads up to the trial, where the truth about this love triangle between Man on Guard, the victim Juan Corrida, and Celeste Impacts has been revealed, courtesy of one Adrian Andrews. And I'll be honest, I truly do feel bad for Adrian, having to go through all this. What can I say? This week's episode was an intense one, and I feel that most of it, or rather, almost the entire episode, centered on the trial itself. And I kinda like it that way, because appropriate, since the first episode began with a trial, the finale is gonna end the same way. However, this time the odds are truly against them. It's basically a race against time to save Maya Fey from Shelly DeKiller. Edgeworth already has his task force set up to find Shelly DeKiller, while Phoenix Wright tries to prove Man on Guard's innocence, because if Man on Guard is proven innocent, Maya Fey goes free. However, by doing so, it'll prove that Adrian Andrews was the true person responsible for the murder. But you guys already know, right? You already know who truly is the one behind it all. This clown right there. That's right, that face. Don't let that face fool you. That face is nothing but a facade. If you play Justice for All, chances are you already know. And speaking of which, they did show the bear, as well as Adrian Andrews taking apart the bear to reveal a suicide note. In the game, it was mentioned that Adrian was looking for the bear and she wanted to burn the note. She was one of the only two people that knew how to remove the different pieces to find the note. The other was the victim. And she wanted to burn the letter so that way nobody would know the truth about Celeste Impacts. But for anybody wondering, here's a little summary about it. Basically, Man on Guard used to have a relationship with Celeste Impacts. A relationship? That's too appropriate. More like he used her. Used her until he threw her away. And then Celeste Impacts moved to Worldwide Studios and met with Juan Corrida. She never felt so happy they were gonna get married until it was called off thanks to this dirtbag Matt. Oh man, it's just messy. And unfortunately, it led to Celeste Impacts' suicide. Yet it was rumored that there was a suicide note. Juan knew that the note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would shatter his lousy, refreshing like a spring breeze crap. Yeah, I could keep on going on and on, but you can pretty much tell that this entire thing, no matter how you look at it, all revolves around a theme of revenge. Revenge is the most worthless of causes. If you seek revenge, be prepared to have two graves ready. I mean it. That's basically what this whole case is about. Revenge. Revenge between this clown and Juan Corrida because of their hated rivalry. And it's just messy. It is messy, and I do kind of enjoy the pacing here for the trial. It was an intense one, I'll give you that. It was intense because it actually had the feel of just as it was in the games. The odds were against them. They will have to save Maya while proving that this dirtbag was proven guilty. And it ended in a shocking revelation. They actually got Shelly DeKiller to testify. Not what you would expect. A walkie-talkie. Yeah. When I saw it, everyone flipped out. Everyone truly flipped out that this was going to happen. But what can you do, honestly? What can you honestly do? To find the truth, you have to resort to that. That, and Shelly DeKiller prefers not to be public. He prefers to have his identity hidden from public view. He is an assassin, after all. A man of his word. I rate this an 8. I give this an 8 because the episode was intense. There were some good emotional moments between Wright and Edgeworth, and the real reasoning for why Edgeworth did the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death thing. And to be honest, it's kind of better than as it was in the games, because if you were following the games, then originally Turnabout Goodbyes would be the last case. It would originally be the last case, and that would be him sending the note. But when the game was re-released to the DS, they included a 5th case that not only tied it together, but added a bit more weight to it. So now you can pretty much understand how Miles Edgeworth felt when he lost his trials and he had to refigure out himself. Apologies. He needed to figure out for himself what it truly meant to be a prosecutor. And eventually he did, and he changed. This would end up becoming an important character development for him, and I truly like that Miles Edgeworth had grown as a character. I truly do like it. And this is before all the later ones when he would eventually have his own series, and it would be really intense there. So bottom line, this episode gets an 8 from me. I loved it. I liked it. It was a fast-paced episode. The pacing was good. It was pretty solid. And it sets things up nicely for the finale. Although it is a shame that next week's episode is the final episode of the Ace Attorney anime. I really feel bad because I wish they would also adapt Trials and Tribulations. Heck, they never even adapted Rise from the Ashes. But what can you do? The only thing I hope for out of all this is that Capcom can reconsider and maybe give A1 Pictures a chance to adapt the 3rd game. Because without it, a lot of people are going to be really upset. I know I am. So that's it for this review. It's not much, but yes, next week's going to be the final episode. What more can I say? If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to me. It truly, truly does mean a lot to me. And please be sure to check out my playthrough of Spirit of Justice, because I need all the support I can get. And if you've been following along with my videos, I've already completed up to Case 4. Well, halfway. Tomorrow is where I conclude Case 4. And then on Monday, I will start Case 5. For better or for worse, I have enjoyed this game without any regrets. I will be doing the DLC case. It just won't be for a while because I have another game I gotta do. Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. And that's gonna be coming pretty soon. Like next week on the 29th or so. So, I hope you all have been enjoying it. And chances are, if you have, please be sure to support my channel now more than ever. There are many ways how. One of them is checking out my Patreon. And if you do check out my Patreon and support there, you'll get a shout out from me. So, yeah, if you want to be super awesome, please be sure to check out my Patreon to help me do more of this. It would really do mean a lot. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next week where we cover the final episode of the Ace Attorney anime with the conclusion to Farewell My Turnabout. This is Mega Man NG signing off. Peace out.